Hello and welcome to my first PC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the excellent Left 4 Dead, which if you've never played it before, it's basically a first person shooter done in the style of zombie horror movies. Going to be a little different to these reviews because I know I usually show off all the options and that, but if you've ever played a PC game you'll know that there's about 1 billion options. So if I was to do that, the video would pretty much be over by the time I'd finished the options. So anyway then, you do get the usual PC options. You can customise controls, something every game in the history of gaming should have. Extras are just basic things like commentary and credits. Achievements, obviously view your achievements. There's some cool ones like simply beating a full movie in a go, barfing on 4 people with 1 puke, which is pretty cool for the boomer. And you've also got other cool things like defeating a tank alone and by yourself. So I'm going to go on to the single player for now. I will show off the online just simply to show off the zombies, which are really cool. But single player is a good way to practice. You can change the difficulty. You can choose out the 4 movie campaigns right from the get-go. You don't have to unlock anything, which is class. Each one of them has 5 different chapters, and again, you can go into any of them right from the get-go. And you can choose your characters. They're all the same, literally. There's no actual special abilities to any of them or anything. It's just voice acting and things that are pretty much different in appearance. Just going to cut into the game now though, because loading can take a little while, but it's nothing too major. So here we go then, this is the very start of the game. Basically the whole point of the game, for the first 4 of 5 chapters, you have to go from point A to the safe house, and then you go on to the next section. The final chapter, you have to actually get from the safe house to the actual escape zone, so be it a giant truck or an airplane, just things like that. Loads of zombies all over the place, which is cool, and there's different types of zombies as well. You've got smokers, which basically they've got long tongues, and when you shoot them, smoke comes out of them. You've got boomers, which are the ones that can puke on you. You've got hunters, which can leap on you and maul the hell out of you. You've got witches, which are the most dangerous of them all, because they just stand there, and once you activate them, they pretty much knock you down with 1 hit, get you stunned, and then kick the crap out of you, so they're incredibly dangerous. It's the type of thing that you want to avoid them, or just have a good strategy for killing them. You've then got tanks, which are absolutely massive ones, and they come in just every now and then, and they're just, as I said, absolutely massive. They've got loads of health, loads of strength behind them, and they can kick the crap out of you inside seconds. So it's all really cool. You can play as 4 of those zombie types when you're online. The only one you can't play as is the witch, simply because of how powerful they are. So as I say though, you go around shooting these enemies here. You can also get other weapons. You can get machine guns, you can get automatic shotguns, you can get hunting rifles, you can get Molotov cocktails and pipe bombs. Pipe bombs are possibly the most useful because they emit a high-pitched beeping noise and all the zombies flock around it, and then all of a sudden they go boom. So really cool. It's an incredibly violent game, which who the hell can complain of something like that, because you've got to love a bit of violence in your games. And it's one of them where, while there is a single player mode to practice and learn the layouts, it's definitely not a good idea to just constantly play it on single player. The AI of your teammates is absolutely atrocious, it really is horrible. They're dumb, they're stupid, they walk into things like they shouldn't be walking into, like grenades and that. They walk into your shots, they complain when you actually shoot them despite blatantly walking into them. Sometimes they don't even heal up or take med packs, which, well, it doesn't really matter if they die, I suppose, but they can actually heal you as well. So if they don't take med packs, then that's less things to heal you with. Because you can get med packs and PM pills, and basically you can give the PM pills to people, you can heal people with the med packs and that. So it's all a very co-op thing, and it's definitely something that works better online. Musically, there are some tunes here and there, but mainly it's just a quiet game now. You can hear the zombies screaming and that. So I'm just going to basically cut into one of the online modes now just to show you some of the zombies off. So here we go then, this is an online game. Basically, it's just a quick mention, when you play the game online as just survivors on normal computer zombies, then you can play any of the 4 movies. The actual verses, where it's literally you can play as like survivors and then you play as the zombies afterwards, you can only play on 2 of the movies for the moment. They are going to add the others though, but for some unknown reason they haven't put them up yet. But the whole point is basically, you play, if you start as survivors, you play the first part as the survivors, then after you do the survivor part, you get scored for that, and then you play it as the zombies. And it literally goes like that throughout the entire movie, so you're pretty much playing through the movie twice, once as the survivors, once as the zombies. The zombies are random, you can't actually choose who you want to be, so hopefully they'll add a system so that you can actually do that, but I think it's mainly so that people can't constantly choose the hunters, which are easily the best type. The only problem is, while the hunters are the best type, I am definitely the worst as person ever on this planet as a hunter. I much prefer the boomers. The tanks, you can place them, but the tanks are again a bit of a random system. It literally becomes a case of whenever the tank appears, there's several rumours as to how it works. Some people say it's random and you just get the tank. Some people say it's whoever's been the worst in that game gets the tank because of how powerful they are. There's just different ways to how it works and no one's got the official thing. Personally, I think it's random because I am easily the worst I've seen on this game and I've yet to play as a tank, which is a shame. But the online works really well when you don't get any lag. It's a really fun system and it's just cool to be able to play as zombies as well as playing as survivors. To get to go through the movie twice in a row is a pretty good system, although it does mean that you have to free up a couple hours to play the game properly. Well, about an hour anyway. Couple of cool things worth mentioning. You can get on these miniguns, although obviously they're not very useful when there's no zombies in front of you like now, but you can get on the miniguns, they're really cool. But one of the few things that has infinite ammo, because you've got that and you've got your pistols as well. You can dual wield the pistol when you find a second one, and as I say, you do get infinite ammo with them, but they're not all that useful. Pretty much the only time you're going to be using them is when you're lying on the deck dying, because you have to use them, because while you can dual wield pistols, apparently you can't use an Uzi or something while you're lying there dying. But when you do get the crap kicked out and you're lying there, someone's got to come across and revive you, and you get a 300 energy counter, and basically when that counts down, you're dead. On the single player game, you immediately restart the chapter, and on the online game, someone then has to find you, because you can hide in closets apparently even when you're dead. So that's pretty cool though. It means that online you're not just stuck if you get killed because your teammates abandon you or something. The game's engine's really cool how it works, because pretty much, unless it's a major scene like this, then the ammo and enemies now are never going to be the same. You could start one level, get a tank right away and never see a witch. If you die right at the end though, then the next time you might get a witch but no tank, or you might get a witch and a tank. You might get more boomers or less boomers. It just changes all the time. It adds a lot of replayability to it, especially the online, and it's just a really cool system. You can also, jotting around the place, find some gas canisters and some explosive canisters. If you shoot the gas canisters, then fire will burst out as if you've just thrown a Molotov, or if you throw a Molotov on them, then you get a lot of fire, very useful. And you get explosive canisters, and if you shoot them, obviously they just blow up. There's pretty much nothing else left to say though, other than that personally I think this is one of the greatest games ever made. It's definitely my game of the year, and I absolutely love the game. Graphically, it's really good. Musically, the music when you do hear it is pretty damn good. And other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, then please subscribe to my videos, because there'll be plenty more on the way. Also, don't forget to check out my channel, and this has been Demon212, signing off.